Hey everyone, JCS StarCraft bringing you the group stage game between Idra and Naniwa, and here we go, we're about to get started. This is for the IEM Challenge, the Season 5 Cup, the Intel Extreme Masters, one of the biggest StarCraft 2 tournaments since the launch. 6 players qualified through Go Cups, the ESL Go Cup, and 10 players were invited, so this is the cream of the crop. Right now, we are looking at Idra playing under the screen name Sunny, spawning as the orange Zerg, facing off against Naniwa. These are best of 3 in the group stage, and I think I think how the format works is that there are 4 competitors per group, and the top 2 will move on to the round of 8 after playing round robin against all their opponents. But a really awesome week for StarCraft 2, as all the top players are going to be facing off against each other. The prize pool is along the lines of $15,000. First place gets $5,000. So this is definitely one of the bigger StarCraft 2 events. Everyone going to be playing at the top of their game, and everyone training very hard to win this. This could mean a big deal for a lot of players. Idra, of course, the American player who moved over to Korea, one of the top Zerg players, if not the best Zerg player right now in StarCraft 2, and trains very seriously, known for his colorful language and his really fun rage quits. He does have a it seems that he has a temper, or that's the personality that he likes to play sometimes, play out, but a very intelligent guy, has some incredible macro play, getting that early extractor, going to be going for those speedlings pretty early on. And looking over at Naniwa, he has planted the pylon outside of that ramp, going to be trying to hold off and allowing himself to take that natural without too much harassment, or going to be able to try to block that off. And now looks like he's going to go 2-gate, has not taken any gas, so going to be applying a lot of early pressure here on Steps of War. I think it is a good decision by Naniwa. You typically do not want to get into the late game with Idra because he just masses so incredibly well, and things are going to become increasingly difficult. He also, not just massing, but also his strategy and attack and everything too. So Naniwa looks like he's going to be pushing as hard as he can in the early game right now, going with that 2-gate, not getting any gas, just going to be pumping out zealots as fast as possible. Let's see, looks like he is going to be saving up his chrono boost right now, not boosting away to get more, but just trying to boost away to get his zealots out and going to be pushing in. Looks like Idra already has his first few, and I think I just saw a forge going down, so I think this drone was trying to plant some sort of cannon to try to choke off Idra. Idra right now just operating off one base, not going to take his expansion yet. Does see that his opponent is going 2-gate, needs to defend against that early on. 3 zealots now going to be streaming out across the field. Is Naniwa going to be planting some cannons near Idra's base is the big question for me. And speed being researched, of course. More lings being pumped out right now, and it looks like a baneling's nest going down for Idra, so a very good counter here. These lings should be able to hold up against these zealots right now, but I imagine more zealots are going to be streaming in. The lings, I think, is the speed almost done. Once this speed comes down, it's going to be very difficult. They can run circles around these zealots, so a cannon is going down for Naniwa, and Naniwa has to be careful at this point. He is a little bit exposed right here. If the lings run in, they can do a ton of damage, and banelings being morphed in right now for Idra. I don't know if Naniwa was expecting this to happen, but wasn't able to apply the pressure that he needed to, as his opponent operated off one base and just started pumping out those Zerglings. And here come the banelings. Naniwa's not really ready for this. It's going to be pretty bad if he explodes, and here they come running in. The zealots trying to retreat, but the explosions are just going to start occurring. Oh, they just popped. Not able to take out too much. Was able to take out that pylon, and the cannon does go down. So these things are going to come out and get the surround on the zealots. The zealots are falling pretty quickly. Chrono boosting is going down. Naniwa trying to get out zealots as much as possible and trying to plant down more cannons, but one of those cannons does pop up. However, the lings are able to run into the base and do a bit of damage to these probes. Looking at the income tab right now, wow, I mean, Naniwa was significantly ahead. Looks like Idra just spent all his resources trying to get out as many lings as possible. A really great move by Idra, seeing that his opponent was going to 2-gate, and right now is going to deal a ton of damage. These lings going to cause a lot of problems for Naniwa at this point. He isn't mining with a lot of his probes, and And at this point, the Lings are just going to run around and try to poke around as much as possible. Great move by Naniwa there, trying to group them all into one, clump them together so that they aren't split up, not allowing the Lings to come in. More Zealots coming in to try to reinforce and get some way down. But at this point, it looks like the Harvester count is starting to even out for Idra. Idra, meanwhile, and it looks like both players have been trying to take their expansion as well. So, you know, Naniwa keeping his cool right now. He does have these Lings in his base, and Idra doing a great job keeping them microed, trying to do as much hit and run as he can, trying to keep them alive as much as possible. There is a lone pylon out here as well. More Zealots being brought in from Naniwa. And finally, a cannon being thrown down in the supply line. This should hold off most of the Zergling attacks with the Zealots there. The Zealots aren't fast enough to move. Still, no gas from Naniwa. He strictly has gone cannons and Zealots. I don't think they're going to be enough. And even making his transfer right now to saturate his his expansion, his natural, and Idra doing the same on the other side. Looking at the income tab, both players are starting to even out, although I would have to say that I'm giving it a little bit more to Idra, who has been getting gas this whole time. Does have these the banelings are popping, but not able to take down too many of these Zealots. And right now, only 3 Lings left in the base. They're not going to be able to do too much more. The Zealots are going to start whacking at them, and once they start running out, they're surrounded by cannons on all sides. Finally, gas going down for Naniwa, and we're going to see that cybernetic score go down as well. Throwing a cannon here doesn't want that to be harassed either. Meanwhile, looking at the production tab, it looks like outside of the banelings, Idra finally going to be morphing into the lair, and now Nani's trying to apply some pressure, but just too many Lings right now, and once the spine crawler pops up, it's going to be difficult. The Queen walking out there trying to help out as well. Looks like Naniwa might be able to get the best of this, but no. Great micro from, look at the HP on those Lings. Great micro from Idra, getting the surround right now, not letting those Zealots escape. All the Lings able to hit at once, and now going to be testing more of the front door of Naniwa. Naniwa, what's going on in the production tab? Yes, he is finally getting that cybernetic score, is researching, chrono boosting the warp gate technology, and going to be throwing down a few more gateways as well. Meanwhile, looking over at, looks like a Hydraless Den is going down for Naniwa, for Idra, I'm sorry. And looks like he's going to be transitioning over to Hydras and possibly even Roaches. Now the Queens are starting to plant. It is already connected here, which is great for him to help defend his natural. And Idra just doing a great job keeping his opponent contained. Now that the Stalkers are out, this is going to be a little bit more difficult for Idra. The Hydras are going to be a good thing for him to have out there. The Stalkers will be able to, with the combination of the Zealots, really punish those Lings and not allow them to just skirt around and play Ring Around the Rosie around the Zealots anymore. More warp gates going down for Naniwa, and meanwhile, out on the map, the Overlords are vomiting all over the place. They do have the speed increase, so they are working along. I keep forgetting the exact. I forget the terminology for the Overlord speed increase, but I'm sorry about that. And meanwhile, it looks like Idra's just going to be vomiting creep all over the map, has much better map control. At this point, Naniwa is kind of containing his base, wants to take this natural expansion if he can. Hydra is now on the field, and look at the spine crawlers just walking along and planting themselves up in the middle. Idra is showing that he can also have cannons, or his version of cannons near the base as well. Going to be able to have a pretty good contain, but look at all these Stalkers being morphed in. Is it going to be enough right now to really push ahead? I think that Naniwa has the advantage, but it's going to be pulling back, going to try to kite all the while taking damage from the spine crawler. So the spine crawler, a great placement by Idra, really helping to reinforce his army. And they do have bonus damage to armor, so they really hit these Stalkers hard. 30 hit points per shot. And how many? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the robotics facility is going down, and he is getting the robotics bay. So we will be seeing Colossus, which is a really good move, I think, for Naniwa at this point. But looking at the army tab, Idra significantly ahead, 98 to 68 at this point. Taking out another, just trying to take out anything that he can on the outskirts. are these rocks broken? No, the rocks are not broken yet. And at this point, Idra has very strong map control, is far ahead in the unit count, and it's going to be difficult, I think, for Naniwa until... Great job with the force fields, trapping some of those Hydras in there, can't even move, so doing the best that he can to keep the contain out. This pylon's just going to fall right away. Looking at the upgrades, there is a +1 for Naniwa, but nothing yet for Idra, who's just been busy just trying to mass as much as he can. Naniwa trying to push out, but look at all the creep on the map. Incredible map control from Idra right now, and going to try to push in with this Hydra force. Is it going to be enough at this point? Naniwa able to summon reinforcements, and now the cannons are firing away, and I think that Idra has to pull out at this point. Not the smartest to engage. Right now, the Zealots, there is no Twilight Council, I don't think, so Zealots don't have speed upgrade, and I think they really need it against these Hydras. Otherwise, they're just going to take shot after shot as they slowly walk in. Going to try to get rid of this Overlord. And there he goes, down he goes right away. Looking at the income tab right now, both players are pretty even. Naniwa doing a great job. Well, Idra at this point has taken a hit and is going to be taking his third base. Naniwa does not have Blink, does not have any sort of speed upgrade. I think really should... At this point, it's going to be really difficult. He really is investing in getting the Thermal Lance, really investing in the Colossus to kind of save him, but will he have enough right now?